Dr. Rappaport states, if you are trying to learn something new, whether it is physical or mental, you learn to a certain point with practice. But there is something that happens while you sleep that makes you learn it better. Today I'm going to tell you about the importance of sleep and getting enough sleep. Sleep can be helpful with metabolism, decision making, and it also helps you learn new things and retain them. Health and sleep go hand in hand. There is a relative risk of cardiovascular, morbidity, and mortality. Sleep disorders and chronic sleep loss can put you at risk for heart disease, heart attack, heart failure, irregular heartbeat, high blood pressure, stroke, and diabetes. When you sleep, your brain is preparing you for the next day. Research shows that when you're sleep deprived, there is more activity in the parts of your brain that analyze positive outcomes and less activity in parts responsible for weighing the negative outcomes. Some of the consequences for poor sleep are falling asleep while driving and weight. Sleep deprivation was a factor in some of the biggest disasters in recent history. The 1979 nuclear accident at 3 Mile Island, the massive Exxon Valdez oil spill, the 1986 nuclear meltdown at Chernobyl, and others. Sleep loss is also a big public safety risk every day on the roads. Drowsiness can delay reaction time just as much as drunk driving. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration estimates that fatigue is a cause in 100,000 auto crashes and 150 crash-related deaths a year in the U.S. Weight gain is another problem caused by getting too little sleep. Lack of sleep is linked to an increase in hunger and appetite, and possibly to obesity. According to a 2004 study, people who sleep less than 6 hours a day were most likely to be 30% more obese. According to Cyburn, ghrelin stimulates hunger and leptin signals satiety to the brain and suppresses appetite. Shortened sleep time is associated with decrease in leptin and elevations in ghrelin. Not only does sleep loss appear to stimulate appetite, it also stimulates cravings for high-fat, high-carbohydrate foods. Continuing studies are taking into consideration whether sufficient sleep should be a standard part of weight loss programs. The amount of sleep that Americans get is decreasing over the years. A new Gallup study showed that only 5% of Americans get more than 9 hours of sleep a night. 14% say they usually get 5 or fewer hours of sleep a night. 29% say they get 8 hours of sleep a night. 25% say they get 7 hours of sleep a night. And 26% say they get 6 hours of sleep a night. These are mostly working people with families and people who just have a lot going on. Carl Hunt states, it is no secret that we live in a 24-hour society. Most teens don't really sleep because they have a lot going on in their lives. About 50% of adolescents say they sleep less than 8 hours a night on school nights. This results in falling asleep in class. Mental health is so much better when you have a decent amount of sleep. Learning and memory helps the brain to commit new information. And sleep loss can also result in irritability, impatience, inability to concentrate, and moodiness. Also, cardiovascular health is at risk. Hypertension, increased stress hormone levels, and irregular heartbeat. These are also health problems that occur in people that have serious sleeping disorders. There is a big relationship between psychiatric and psychological problems in sleep. So people who are depressed or have anxiety often have trouble with sleep as a part of those disorders. Too little sleep alters immune functions, including the activity of the body's killer cells. Dr. Sussler says health improves simultaneously, but the factors are motivated by an increase in productivity. Slow or stomach growth may occur in a baby if a baby does not get the right amount of sleep they need. Children's height can also be affected by the amount of sleep they are getting. Lack of sleep at night can also affect a child's motor skills. Wes Plus states, sleep problems not only disrupt a child's night, but they disrupt his day too, by making him less mentally alert, more inactive, unable to concentrate, and easily distracted. They also make him more physically impulsive, hyperactive, or lazy. In conclusion, getting enough sleep is one of the most important things your body needs. Not getting enough sleep could cause mood swings, bad decision making, and health hazards. Raymond Jean says, many things that we take for granted are affected by sleep. If you have better sleep, you can certainly live better. This is pretty clear.